Заводи, заводи! Тикай, нахуй! Да, да, да!
Ukrainian HIMARS are working as usual. These are strikes on the location of the Russian military in the southern direction. And the Institute for the Study of War confirmed the information reported by the Warthog Defense. The armed forces of Ukraine transferred armored vehicles to the left bank of the Kherson region. A limited amount of armored vehicles and larger than usual ground operations are being reported. Currently, up to 300 of Ukrainian troops and battalion can operate on the left bank. The armed forces may conduct larger than usual operations on the left bank of the Kherson region, and the occupiers are panicking, writes the Institute for the Study of War. At the same time, ground operations conducted by Ukrainians on the left bank are becoming more and more large-scale. Russian sources previously complained about the inability of their army to break the Ukrainian foothold on the left bank of Kherson. And in the Ukrainian ATACMS strike on Russia's command center of the VDV-DNEPR grouping in charge of Kherson direction on November 1st, 3 Russian airborne colonels are killed: Vadim Dobryakov, Alexei Koblov, and Alexander Galkin. It seems that the commander of the VDV forces, General Mikhail Teplinsky, survived this time. The funniest thing in the world, a Russian anti-drone unit flees from a Ukrainian drone.
Нахуй! Да, да, да!
Deep fake video with Zaluzhny, made in Russia. The quality is also Russian. A certain percentage of viewers will still believe it. This deep fake technology is scary, though.
Через нього ми повністю провалили контрнаступ, втративши 500 000 кращих синів нації. Якщо його не зупинити, ми втратимо повністю всю країну. Зеленський постійно бреше і буде брехати до останнього українця.
Shoigu and his subordinates report the destruction of Western equipment that was never supplied, and the liquidation of more than the armed forces of Ukraine received. The Russian Defense Ministry twice, in September and October, reported the destruction in Ukraine of a US M198 howitzer, which was never delivered to the Ukrainians. The Conflict Intelligence Team project drew attention to this. The AFU uses the American howitzer M777. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, the last such howitzer was destroyed back in March 2023, based on the total number of guns delivered, writes the Ukrainian publication Focus. However, the Russian military continues to regularly report on the destruction of the M777. In the past week alone, such reports appeared every day, from Monday to Thursday. Even pro-Russian sources recognize the Defense Ministry's lies about the number of destroyed equipment. Bueno Obozreni wrote back in late 2022 that the Defense Ministry destroyed 44 HIMARS systems, while the AFU received only 40 such vehicles. It does not turn out well. -4 HIMARS systems nightmared the entire defense line and objects in the rear, ironizes the author of the publication. Shoigu himself gives unrealistic figures. In October, he told about the destruction of 24 Ukrainian aircraft in 5 days, and later brought this statistic to 37 airplanes for the whole October. At the same time, according to the Oryx project, confirmed losses of Ukrainian military aviation amounted to 77 aircraft during the entire time of the Russian invasion. The destruction of 24 and 37 planes is another fiction by Shoigu and the Russian Defense Ministry, says military analyst Yan Matvev. In the realities of this war, even 1 or 2 downed airplanes appear quite quickly on photos and videos, both in Russian and Ukrainian channels, the analyst pointed out. And here they allegedly shot down several dozen, and there is not a single confirmation, not a single photo of the wreckage. Putin is also confused about the amount of Ukrainian equipment. In September, he spoke about the loss of 18,000 armored vehicles to the Ukraine, and in October, he suddenly reduced this figure almost 10 times to 1,900 armored vehicles. Russia. Ozerny laid zinc ore mining and processing plant in Buryatia on fire this morning.
Катастрофа вообще жесткая.
This is how civilians who still remain in Avdiivka survive in basements under constant shelling. Many people are afraid to leave as they don't have any experience of living anywhere else and aren't sure they would be able to make a life in a new place.
Вот тут нагинайся. И тут нагинайся. А теперь вот сюда, свети вниз. Это диванчик. Я еще делаю места спальные для людей. Может быть, люди
придут, да?
Да, вот смотри. Вот одно спальное, это два спальных места для детей. А это, он, видишь, у меня Мадонна. Всеми коврами, всеми, что я нашла, то и позакрывала. Все стены. Мой светильник горит. Горит. Вот светильник. Вот. Такой. А это буржуйка, видишь?
Да, вижу.
Вот буржуйка. А вот Коля сделал. Я ему говорю, Коля, вот эти дырки заделывай. Оно будет и тепло.
Ну да, я сижу сразу.
И красиво. Правда?
Да. Ukrainian BTRT, created on the basis of T-64, of the 93rd Separate Mechanized Brigade evacuates the Strela 10 air defense system. The U.S. Congress has approved a bill to transfer frozen Russian assets to Ukraine. The Foreign Affairs Committee of the U.S. House of Representatives has voted in favor of a bill on the transfer of Russian assets to Ukraine. The initiative envisages authorizing the U.S. Secretary of State to provide additional aid to Ukraine using assets confiscated from the Bank of Russia or other foreign assets of the country. Peskov on attempts to confiscate Russian assets. This is illegal. It contradicts all possible rules. It will, of course, be challenged, and challenged indefinitely by our country. This will entail very serious legal and judicial costs for those who make such decisions and use such decisions. Of course, we will also be working on countermeasures. They are unlikely to be mirror-like, but they will be what they will be.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.